Hello guys and welcome back to Next Step Immigration. Did you know that when someone from outside Canada wants to immigrate to Canada, they frequently inquire about the travel time? However, the visa processing time is very important, and the processing times for each visa vary. The processing time for a Canadian visa is the period of time it takes Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, to handle your application once they receive it. This is also referred to as the IRCC or CIC processing timeframes. Beginning in 2022, a significant new approach was taken to speed up the processing of Canada immigration applications. Many fresh efforts were revealed by Canada's Minister of Immigration, Fraser, with the goal of speeding up the processing times for some of the country's most well-liked immigration programs. In order to reduce the backlog of visa applications and speed up Canada's immigration processing timeframes in 2023, the IRCC is making modifications. The CIC states that a number of variables might affect how long it takes to process your Canadian visa. They include visa application type, country of residence of the applicant, completeness and accuracy of the application, how quickly information provided by the application may be verified, how soon IRCC can handle applications that are currently registered, how quickly an applicant responds to more questions or issues. Express entry processing time is 6 months. The following streams are part of the Express Entry Program: Federal Skilled Worker, FSW, Federal Skilled Trades, FST, Canadian Experience Class, CEC, and various provincial nominee programs, PNP. The majority of express entry applications are handled within 6 months after the application's receipt. This may take longer in some uncommon circumstances. The applicant must provide all required papers and upload them to their unique express entry profile before the 6-month processing period starts. PR card processing time is 120 days. It usually takes 45 days to apply for a new PR card. Processing time for PR card renewals is 77 days. Processing a PR renewal request might take weeks or even months. Consider renewing it before it expires if you plan on traveling outside of Canada. Canada Work Permit processing time is 5 to 36 weeks. The processing period for Canadian work permits has the widest variance. The amount of time it takes to process a work permit entirely relies on how well your application was filled out and whose office you applied to. Depending on your unique situation, we've discovered that the processing time for a Canada work permit might range from 5 to 36 weeks. Applying for a work permit while within Canada takes 4 weeks. Application for a work permit outside of Canada takes 5 to 6 months. LMIA processing time takes 10 to 36 days. In 2023, Canada will witness a significant increase in LMIA applications, which might lead to lengthier processing periods and potential delays, particularly in the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. The processing time for your application might range from 10 to 36 working days, depending on whatever LMIA you apply for. Study permit processing time takes 4 weeks to 5 months. Similar to work permits, the processing time for Canadian study permits mostly depends on the applicant's place of residency. A Canadian study permit is often processed under certain conditions. It takes 4 weeks to get a study permit while within Canada. It takes 9 weeks to get a study permit outside of Canada. Canadian citizenship processing time takes 24 months. This indicates that it should take roughly 2 years from the day your application is submitted in its entirety before it is fully processed. Similar to work visas and study permits, the processing period for visiting visas is based on the nation the applicant is applying from. When within Canada, the processing of visiting visas takes 23 days. Processing for guest visas from outside of Canada takes 4 to 8 months. Processing times for Canadian spousal sponsorships range from 13 to 17 months. When your spouse lives in Canada, the processing period for a spousal sponsorship is typically around 13 months. But it can take longer if certain conditions apply, like if your spouse lives outside of Canada. How often are processing times updated? Most processing times indicate how long it took to process applications in the past and are updated weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable the notification bell to receive updates on job and immigration news. Thanks for watching. Good luck.